And now, live in studio, cutting through your typical media nonsense and offering you a rational and unbiased perspective on current events and life in Tampa Bay. He's a successful entrepreneur, published author, top listing agent, a real estate and finance expert that goes to bat for you every day as a consumer advocate. Your host and the consumer quarterback, Brandon Rhymes.
Yes, here we are again, another day committed to picking a fight with the mainstream media, always providing you the timely truth centered around real estate, credit, finance, estate plans, tax plans, law, and so much more. You're listening to the Consumer Quarterback Show. Our goals are the same. We're going to educate, entertain, enlighten, and in an effort to help engage with you so we can help you win.
The only thing I'm addicted to right now is winning.
Save our hotline number in your phone. At some point, you're going to need it. 813-670-7372.
You used to call me on my cell phone.
813-670-7372. That's our consumer advocate hotline number. You can call or text that line. Any comments, questions from the show. Had a lot of calls last week as well. People looking to find out more about their credit improvement, ways that they can maybe refinance their mortgage, save some money there, or potentially investing in real estate. Had a lot of calls. An uptick in calls last week as well. People looking for advice around home services as well. So here on the Consumer Quarterback Show, check out consumerqb.com as well. A lot of our expert contributors are at consumerqb.com. You can follow us on Twitter and Instagram at Brandon Rhymes 1, and of course the Consumer Quarterback Show page on Facebook and on LinkedIn as well. So we want to help you win any marketplace. This segment is brought to you by Brothers Easy Moving. The official moving partner of the Consumer Quarterback Show is Brothers Easy Moving, and I can tell you from first-hand experience that they are a first-class organization. They do a great job with local or long-distance moves across the entire United States of America. We also hold one of the best reviews movers as well on Google. They have a 4.6 rating, the highest in Tampa Bay area, the A rating on Better Business Bureau, A rating on Angie's List, and as well as they won the Super Service Award multiple times. Check out Brothers Easy Moving, the official moving partner of the Consumer Quarterback Show. Give them a call. Let them know the Real Estate Quarterback sent you. Take them up on special offers and incentives just by mentioning that you're a fan of the Consumer Quarterback Show. Intelligent Talk Radio. I've got some intelligent folks here in studio with me today. Back in studio, attorney Jason Kobal. Kobal Law, welcome back, sir.
Thank you, Brandon. Always a pleasure to be here.
Yeah, man, good stuff. So we're going to talk about your law firm, but you also got some exciting news going on with your casino over-under game.
That's right, man. It's my little dream side project.
Yeah.
I invented a casino game, and just last night it opened at its second casino since I came up with the game, so it's very exciting.
Congratulations. Thanks, big news right there.
Yeah.
I like
about
it.
That.
That's good stuff, man. I like that. And we got Connor Keller back in studio, Insect IQ. Welcome in, sir.
Thank you, Brandon. How you doing today?
Excellent. Things are good.
Just trying not to get jacked up out there.
Yeah, man. I saw some of your posts on Facebook as well on your Insect IQ page.
My shoulder just started hurting again thinking about it. So.
You got hit by, what was it, a yellow jacket this time?
Yeah, we actually, a couple of them recently. It seems to be the month of the yellow jacket out there, but we did a huge yellow jacket nest out in Plant City last week that was on the local news.
Wow.
Did a whole segment on it. It was really cool in WFLA, Facebook Live. Of course, I was told I was going to talk to the media, and at the last minute, I had to go in and take care of things and only had one suit on and paid the price 7 or 8 times.
Only had one suit? You
one
need
suit.
multiple suits?
Yeah, multiple suits, some duct tape, and a prayer.
Wow, man.
I mean, this thing was huge. It was it's probably 7, 8 feet tall and 3 or 4 feet wide, and went down in the ground a couple feet. And
Is that one of the biggest you've seen?
Yeah, we call those man killers.
Wow.
Actually, on our website, allfloridabeeremoval.com, and really on YouTube, on our YouTube channel, we have some really neat videos on there of huge yellow jacket nests. Probably the biggest, maybe world records. What we became known for worldwide in doing these specialized huge yellow jacket nests.
Wow. That's awesome, man. I saw where you got some of the churches. I think there's a church in St. Pete. You pull these things can accumulate anywhere, and it's kind of a function of development. You look at real estate from all different angles, right? It's a function of development where displacing all types of animals and creatures, and they have to live somewhere as well, so they're going to be diligent in their approach as well.
Sure, yellow jackets are actually a beneficial insect. In Mother Nature, they prey on plant-damaging insects, aphids, lace bugs, mealybugs, scale. It's just when they get around people, I tell that story. It's really sad, not to kind of bring the mood down, But about a decade ago, we had to remove a yellow jacket nest that had killed a little girl, and the paramedics couldn't get to the little girl to remove the body, so we had to go in, and the owner of our company, Jonathan Simpkins, had to do that personally. And
wow,
every time I think about it, it's just kind of. But I mean, that's how serious it is.
It's like that movie, with Macaulay Culkin, I think it was, when he was a little kid. Boy, something.
That's
girl.
right.
Yeah.
I remember that movie.
Yeah, it was a pretty neat movie, and that was a sad. You didn't see that twist coming, but yeah, they were out in the woods playing around, threw a rock at a hornet's nest or whatever, and the kid was allergic to it. Yeah.
It only takes one sting to kill you.
Yeah.
If you're
Pretty crazy.
allergic. Wow.
Yeah, pretty crazy, man. All right, so consumer advocate content coming at you right here on the Consumer Quarterback Show. We're going to help you win. We have our feel-good story of the day as well. Teachers donate 100 sick days to a coworker whose daughter is fighting cancer. Pretty cool story there coming up in our feel-good segment. And we want to talk about a couple of hot properties listings that we have here, real estate properties that we have. A couple of hot listings here. This one is on the beach, 3607 Casablanca on Clearwater Beach. Now, this is a great opportunity. Think about the lifestyle that you can be afforded if you move to this property, 3607 Casablanca Avenue, St. Pete Beach. 2-bedroom, 2-bath, pool home, hot tub, and it's in a great location, one of the best locations of all of St. Pete Beach, in my opinion. You turn to the right, you walk out, you walk down to the Hotel Zamora. You've got a great opportunity to have some dinner, some drinks there, hang out at the Hotel Zamora, or maybe you want to make a left. You go down to the Don Cesar for the evening. So both in walking distance, a short walk over to the Don Cesar. You're hanging out at the spa or the beach or the pool, and just enjoying that beautiful South Florida lifestyle that we can be afforded here at Casablanca Avenue. Hot real estate listing. Check out all of our real estate properties at PlatinumMVPTeam.com. PlatinumMVPTeam.com. Also, a nice Odessa property here, 12610 Port Marnock. Now, 12610 Port Marnock. Now, this property, it's in Odessa. This is a great opportunity. Professional photography coming from Fabre Frameworks. Our official real estate photographer is Fabre Frameworks. So, 12610 Port Marnock Drive in Odessa. 5 bedrooms, 3-bath, gated community, golfing community. And the best part about this property, not only is it gorgeous on the inside, but you've got beautiful water views in the front and a golf course view in the back. A couple of hot listings from the PlatinumMVPTeam.com. All right, let's jump right into it. I love when I bring in our local attorney, Jason Kobal. He's a plethora of knowledge around consumer advocate law, personal injury law, all types of workers' comp cases we've talked about in the past. What are you seeing out there, Jay?
A lot of different things. As far as the law, if you don't mind, what I wanted to talk about today is the process of a car accident, since that's the type of case that all the attorneys want. And, you see all the signs out there. If you don't know it, that's the kind of case they want.
That's the kind they want.
And, sometimes it could be easy money and sometimes it's a lot of work. But if you're the person who's in the accident, if you've never been in one before, it's obviously a stressful experience. You might not know what to do.
Yeah.
But usually when an accident happens, no matter what, you always want to report it to your insurance company. If the other party's at fault and you're at all in pain, make sure you get treatment immediately, preferably before 14 days, so you get the full PIP. But and then call an attorney if you have injuries, because he's going to make sure, or she's going to make sure that the insurance policies are confirm what they are, and then that'll dictate what you could do from there as far as getting recovery. Yeah,
it's important. Those steps are, report the insurance company, call the attorney right away, getting treatment. Now, what type of doctor is it? Because some people say, oh, well, I go to a chiropractor, but then they say, well, you should have went to a medical doctor.
Yeah, good question, man.
What's going on there?
That's a great question, because they just, a couple of years ago, they changed the law on PIP, and it used to be, it didn't matter. You could go to a chiropractor or whatever, it didn't matter. But now you have to see at least an MD within 14 days, or get an MD to sign off on that you had at least a significant enough injury where you could qualify for the $10,000, which isn't hard to do if you're at all hurt, but you just got to make sure that either you see an MD within 14 days or you're with a chiropractic facility that has an MD on hand that they could at least get that done.
Okay.
But that's important, because the first $10,000, and a lot of people have a hard time with this. They're like, I don't want my insurance involved. That guy caused the accident. This is crazy. I don't want my rates to go up, what have you. The first $10,000 is your insurance, is PIP. They pay 80% up to $10,000, and that's for lost wages or medical. And then after that, the next thing you go towards is the other side's bodily injury. So you got to see what that policy is, and if that's not enough, then you go to uninsured motorist back on your insurance policy.
Yep. Now, if you were to go through that process, you go back and it ends up being on your own policy, your uninsured motorist policy. What are the chances of that company canceling you or you having increased rates?
If it is the other party's fault, they can't raise your rates, which is good to know by law. So, I mean, obviously, if you cause an accident, and they could use that against you. But if it's someone else's fault, that they're not going to raise your rates, they're not going to cancel you. That's why you have the insurance. Now they may fight you. It's funny. We pay for these policies, but as soon as you need them, boy, they're going to do what they have to do to save money.
That's right.
And, it's understandable, but it could be difficult sometimes.
It is. Yeah. You think they're going to be there for you. In a lot of cases, they're not, and it's unfortunate. It's part of the system we live in. People are looking to minimize the claims and save as much money as they can. We hear the similar stories from Suncoast Roofing. Whenever we have Chuck Peterson on the show and Suncoast Roofing's, talking about the insurance companies when it's claiming with a hurricane damage on the roofs, and they try to minimize as much, and of course they downplay the damage whenever there's overwhelming damage, and that's when attorneys have to get involved there too.
That's it.
So it's part of the game that you play, and you got to learn to play the game the right way, and that's what we're going to teach you here on the Consumer Quarterback Show, helping you win in any marketplace. And attorney Jason Kobal in the house, Kobal Law, and Connor Keller, Insect IQ, as well here in studio. All Florida Bee Removal as well.com is his website. And back here in studio, stay with us. When we come back, do not touch that dial. We're going to jump right into some more consumer advocate content after this short timeout. Don't go anywhere.
Hey, this is Grant Cardone, and you're listening to Consumer Quarterback Show, hosted by my friend Brandon Rhymes. Do not touch that dial. I'll come right through the radio and grab your throat.
To get in touch with Brandon, call 813-670-7372. Online at consumerqb.com.
Ian Beckles.
This is the Cannabis Podcast, powered by True Leaf on Radio Influence. It's an inside look and the scientific facts in and around the world of medical cannabis. Now, here is your host, Ian Beckles.
He's a successful entrepreneur, published author, top listing agent, a real estate and finance expert that goes to bat for you every day as a consumer advocate. Your host and the consumer quarterback, Brandon Rhymes. You're listening to the consumer quarterback, Brandon Rhymes, cutting through your typical media nonsense and offering you a rational and unbiased perspective on current events and life in Tampa Bay. Online at consumerqb.com.
All right, welcome back. Thanks for sticking with us. Brandon Rhymes here, host of the Consumer Quarterback Show, powered by the Platinum MVP team at Keller Williams Realty. My wife and I own and operate the team at Keller Williams Realty, and we're both speaking at an event, a really cool event coming up on May 20th, just around the corner, 1 to 5 p.m. at the Greater Tampa Realtors Association here in Tampa at Kennedy Boulevard. I'm going to be teaching about branding and negotiation. I'm going to teach how to negotiate like the FBI and, of course, branding your business. My wife is a feng shui consultant, and she's going to talk about how to create a better workspace with feng shui. Check us out. Become a better agent. BABA 31 is the event on May 20th, 1 to 5 p.m., Greater Tampa Realtors Association. Real excited about that event. It can be a lot of fun. I love speaking and getting involved with those types of events. This segment is brought to you by our restaurant partner. The Lucky Dill is our official restaurant partner. Restaurant, deli, New York City bar, Brooklyn bakery, catering, banquets, and more. Home of the sandwich that ate Brooklyn. 4606 West Boy Scout Boulevard in Tampa, and LuckyDillDeli.com. The Lucky Dill Restaurant, the official restaurant partner of the Consumer Quarterback Show. I had some breakfast over at the one in Palm Harbor last week, and it was great.
Dude, that place is amazing.
So good.
My family goes there often.
It's such good food.
The soup, everything.
The ambiance, you know, just the entire, you walk out, you could grab some desserts, take some stuff home.
Yeah.
Just a really great restaurant partner is the Lucky Dill. The official restaurant partner of the Consumer Quarterback Show. Make sure you let them know that the Real Estate Quarterback sent you. Take them up on special offers and incentives just by mentioning that you're a fan of the Consumer Quarterback Show. And we are back here in studio. We want to help you win. Brandon Rhymes here. I'm the host of the show, owner of the Platinum MVP team. Hot property listing in Largo. This one's 13508 Indian Oaks Trail in Largo. It's just minutes to the beach. We're waiting on the photography to come in, the professional photography from Fabre Frameworks. But this property is a pool home. It's a large property as well, close to the beach, quiet dead-end street with lots of extras. Great real estate property opportunity here in beautiful Tampa Bay. And 223 South River Hills. This property is in Temple Terrace, right on the river, waterfront property. 223 South River Hills Drive, Temple Terrace, right on the river, the Hillsborough River there. Think about the lifestyle there as well. You build a boat dock, you got jet skis out there. Maybe you're a fisherman. You take the boat out, go fishing on the weekends. Just a great opportunity, great lifestyle here in beautiful Tampa Bay. Somewhere sunny and 75. All right, so we got Jason Kobal in the house, attorney Jason Kobal. More from him coming up. We're going to ask him more about his casino game as well that he invented. But I want to bring Connor Keller into the conversation as well. Insect IQ and also allfloridabeeremoval.com.
Yes, thank you. Actually, I had a question for Jason. At Insect IQ, hiring licensed, insured contractors are probably the biggest thing that I advocate with a customer every day. And Jason, if unlicensed, uninsured beekeeper came out, and the state of Florida actually allows this, and climbed up a ladder to take bees out of a 2-story soffit and fell off that ladder, hurt their back, God forbid, broke their back, where does that liability fall if that guy doesn't have workman's comp or any insurance or anything like that?
Well, if there was a general that hired him on.
No, I'm saying a homeowner hired them directly.
Oh, a homeowner hired them directly?
Yes.
And they don't have comp insurance, then they're going to be sued.
The homeowner.
Homeowner's going to get sued.
Absolutely.
Yeah, that's
insurance.
that, and I try to tell people that, and I'm not an attorney, but that's common sense, and it's unfortunate. And we're dealing with stinging insects. You're dealing with people up on a ladder, honey's dripping out of the soffit all over the ladder. So that scenario is not, fantasy. It happens every day, and just like you would hire a plumber or a roofer or anybody else to do work in and around your property, make sure your pest control guy, your beekeeper, your termite technician, your termite company are all licensed and insured companies in the state of Florida.
Yeah, and that's a great point, Connor. When you think about that, you hire someone, they come over, you just kind of expect them to have that. Is that something where you actually need to provide proof? You want to ask them, hey, provide me proof that you have this covered?
You can go to myflorida.com, which is the state of Florida's website, but the Department of Agriculture is listed there, and then you can search that department's database for licensed contractors, and that's true for like any industry, but specifically for pest control. But also just ask the contractor themselves, are you licensed and insured?
Yep.
The insurance is probably the most important thing. A few years back, the state of Florida changed the rules and allowed beekeepers, just licensed beekeepers or registered beekeepers in the state, to do commercial bee removals now. Prior to that, you had to be a licensed pest control operator, which in the state's eyes is equal to a general contractor. You have to apprentice for 3 years under a licensed or a certified operator, and then you go take a state exam. It's a 200-question, 4-hour exam, very detailed, and a lot of people don't pass that exam. So there's a reason for that. The state wants to protect you as or advocate you, or the Consumer Advocate Show, to advocate to that consumer to protect you from that unlicensed, unexperienced technician.
Yeah, absolutely. It's so important. We're talking with Connor Keller here. Insect IQ is his business, and he's in Tampa Bay. You actually go a lot
all over the state of Florida.
Well, yeah.
Right. We have contracts all over the state. We're in different areas of the state every day. You really 1-855-930-2847 is a statewide toll-free number for stinging insect removal. If I don't go there, I have a sister company or a partner company that will go there, and we can take care of that problem.
You ever remove any gators?
No.
We got
I like
one
my
in our
fingers.
backyard right now.
I have all 5 of my fingers. I
Yeah.
want to keep them.
We got one in the backyard now. And
Is
it's
it
so
aggressive?
Funny. He's made it.
That's right.
I showed the video to somebody at Florida Firearms actually today, and he said, it's a female. He said.
I'm sure they recommended a solution for you.
So it's funny. I'd never seen this, but they're almost like they're doing like the head's kind of coming up, the tail's coming up, so it looks kind of like the Loch Ness monster used to look.
It was trying to look pretty for you.
Yeah, and then it does the grunt. Does the grunt. But anyways, kind of a bunny trail there. But yeah, when it comes to all types of different insects, you've got, and I actually saw a bat on the back porch as well.
We've been doing a ton of bat abatements. Now, bats are federally protected. They're protected by the Migratory Bird Act. They do migrate, and they're actually another beneficial animal. Our bats in Florida are insectivores. In other words, they eat mosquitoes and other flying insects that you really don't want around your house. Mosquitoes vector disease. That's a whole nother public safety issue there. So if you can have bats in the environment around your house, that's great, but you just want to keep them out of the house. And the commonly compared to rats with wings, they'll seek shelter inside your house like any animal, and they're seeking food, water, shelter. So that's the kind of things we look at. And we look at the environment, not only the structure of your house, but the environment, what's causing those animals to come to the home and then want to come inside. And often that can be addressed without having to molest or trap or harm the animals in any way. You can just simply make changes to the way that you either live your life or the structure of your property and prevent a lot of these things from happening.
Yeah, it's important, making sure you do things the right way. And speaking of that, with the bee removal, what you guys do is relocate those bees to a Odessa spot. That's
an excellent point. And actually, in Odessa at the Keystone Farmers Market, it's a local farmers market there on Keystone Road between Odessa and Tarpon Springs. It's about 10 acres, 15 acres, and they grow a lot of their own vegetables organically. And we've been able to set up a rescue there where we're actually taking honeybee colonies out of people's houses, out of their yards, out of their trees, relocating them there to Odessa, out in the country where they're not bothering anybody, and allow them to do their thing. And actually, some of them we've been able to requeen, and we're starting to produce honey. They're pollinating crops. So it offsets the ones that we have to destroy.
That's really cool. I like that. Utilizing, today's strategies and techniques to not just, get rid of the animals. You're relocating them, helping them survive because they do serve a purpose.
Yes, I've always viewed myself as a conservationist, just personally, whether it be I'm out hunting in the woods or fishing, I pick up that piece of trash, whether I drop, I would never drop a piece of trash, but I'm the type of guy that picks up the trash when I'm walking down the trail. If I catch my fish for that day, I'm releasing everything else. The picture works great. And I take that same attitude professionally, and I look for ways to prevent pests, educate customers, educate the public without having to apply pesticides, without having to eradicate an animal. they have a purpose on earth as well.
Yeah, absolutely. Now, let's talk for our listeners out there about bundling up, because I know you like to bundle some of your services. Right. There's things for homeowners. This is a great time for them to take an opportunity and act and protect their property with your bundled services.
Sure. I mean, we not only are we experts at stinging insect removals and trapping and preventing animals from getting into the house, we also do residential pest management services, and these same principles of pest prevention and changing, again, like the weather stripping, caulking, sealing around the windows, cutting the trees back. These are all principles that we make recommendations. Some of this stuff we even do ourselves. I've had ants trailing off of a branch onto a house, a little old lady. I cut the branch back, I caulked up the window, took care of her ants, and made a raving fan for life.
Nice.
We also do termite. We do subterranean and drywood termite protection for both residential and commercial homes. Of course, wildlife, stinging insect. The point is, you may need more than one of these services, and why pay full price when at Insect IQ you can bundle those services together, pay a low down payment, and then a low monthly payment, and get full price service in the process.
And that's what we've done personally, so I can firsthand say,
yes,
it's a great experience. The folks come over, they do a great job and actually clean some of the spider webs for you as they go through that process every month. So it's all good. It helps out, and it's Insect IQ. Can't recommend them high enough. So right here on the Consumer Quarterback Show, stay with us when we come back. Attorney Jason Kobal in the house as well, Kobal Law, and we're going to talk about his casino over-under game. Very cool. Connor Keller as well, and our feel-good story of the day. Teachers donate 100 sick days to coworker whose daughter is fighting cancer. Stay with us right here, Consumer Quarterback Show, consumerqb.com.
Hey, this is Jarek Robbins. You are listening to the Consumer Quarterback Show with Brandon Rhymes. Please do what it takes to learn all that you have to live the life you want to live it fully, and find a way to give it by paying it forward to others.
Get in touch with Brandon online at consumerqb.com.
This is the Cannabis Podcast, powered by True Leaf on Radio Influence. It's an inside look and the scientific facts in and around the world of medical cannabis. Now, here is your host, Ian Beckles.
He's a successful entrepreneur, published author, top listing agent, a real estate and finance expert that goes to bat for you every day as a consumer advocate. Your host and the consumer quarterback, Brandon Rhymes. listening to the consumer quarterback, Brandon Rhymes, online at consumerqb.com. Brandon is Tampa Bay's #1 consumer advocate for real estate and financial advice. Call Brandon today at 813-670-7372.
All right, welcome back. Thanks for sticking with us. Brandon Rhymes here, Consumer Quarterback Show, powered by the Platinum MVP team at Keller Williams Realty here in beautiful Tampa Bay, helping our sellers profit more on the sale of their real estate properties, helping get maximum exposure for all of our real estate properties. 7424 4th Street North in St. Petersburg. This is a gas station I've got for sale. Corner lot, great opportunity. Gas station with 3 service bays at 7424 4th Street North in St. Petersburg. Corner lot, just a great opportunity here. The owner's motivated, wants to make a move, and that's just a great opportunity. Lots of traffic. 3 service bays as well, so if you've got light mechanical work that you're looking to do, 7424 4th Street North is a great real estate property listing here in Tampa Bay. And 3607 Casablanca Avenue. This is a great property down on St. Pete Beach, close to the Don Cesar, close to the Hotel Zamora. $418,000 property, 2-bedroom, 2-bath, pool home with a hot tub and a garage. 3607 Casablanca Avenue. A couple of hot real estate listings from the Platinum MVP team at Keller Williams Realty. This segment is brought to you by the Bilmar Beach Resort. The official hotel partner of the Consumer Quarterback Show is the Bilmar Beach Resort over on beautiful Treasure Island, Florida. Filled with fantastic and generous amenities to make your vacation that much more special, the Bilmar Beach Resort has been one of the most sought-after destinations in Treasure Island area for many years. So whether you're planning a wedding, a business trip, a local staycation, or a vacation, check them out. They've got 2 pools on site, Sloppy Joe's Restaurant and Bar, and it's just a great opportunity, great time over on the beach. I enjoy it every time I go down there and hang out. Clyde Smith is the general manager. Give him a call. Let him know the Real Estate Quarterback sent you. Take him up on special offers and incentives just by mentioning that you're a fan of the Consumer Quarterback Show. All right, back here in studio, we got attorney Jason Kobal in the house. Kobal Law, and he's also an inventor. He invented a game, Casino Over Under, which is pretty cool, man, to have your second location to open up. Where's that? Is that in Mississippi?
Nope, I'm licensed in Mississippi. The game's licensed there. It just got licensed in Pennsylvania, but now I just started in Kingston, Washington, at the casino. It's called the Point Casino and Hotel in Kingston, and I'm actually going to go out there with my family to check it out on coming up in a couple of weeks. I'm
exciting,
excited.
man.
Yeah.
That's cool.
Yeah.
That's real cool. So that's Washington State?
Yep.
Very cool.
Every state has their own regulations, like licensing. Florida, you basically have to have a casino interested before you can even apply. So I just happen to, I haven't had any in Florida that have been interested. So I got licensed in Washington because I have this casino that was opened the door for me. I have a casino in Philly that opened a door for me in PA, and another one in Mississippi. So you have to have a casino interested, and then you jump through the hoops, and each one has different hoops that cost different amounts.
Wow.
Yeah, I think Washington cost about $1,000 only for the license. Mississippi was like $3,000, and then Pennsylvania was $17,000. So
$17,000.
Yep.
Wow.
Yeah.
And that's before you even start selling.
That's it.
Wow.
Not easy.
Yeah.
But and the idea is, I have a patent for my game. So you lease the rights to these casinos for a set amount per month per table. So you know, if I were be fortunate enough where this game was, say, 1 table in every casino, I'd be all right.
Yeah, that's pretty cool. So what's with the whole thing of these casinos too? So in Tampa Bay, we've got an Indian casino. In South Florida, you've got the Indian casinos. How did that come about? Do you have background?
Sure, yeah. Well, you know, of course, in Tampa, it started off as the bingo hall.
Okay.
But gaming land and the tribes that own various lands and properties, they have different laws. So in every state, you have the state law, whether they allow gambling is up to them, and then you have the gaming properties or the Indian tribe properties. For example, out in Washington, I'm actually an Indian tribe actually owns that casino.
Okay.
But basically, how all this got started was way back in the day, in the early 90s, is when I came up with the idea. I didn't exactly plan on being an inventor. It was a bad idea that my college roommate and I had.
Yeah.
We went to Atlantic City because we thought we figured out how to beat blackjack.
Okay.
Now, mind you, this is before Google and the internet and whatnot. So, nowadays you'd probably be able to look this up beforehand. Statistically, you know you have no chance. But we thought that you could never lose if you play optimally 7 hands in a row, blackjack hands in a row. And so we had this little systematic way of increasing our bets where you bet more and more as you lose, which is just idiotic. But anyway, rightfully so. We went on an 8-hour bus trip where you're there for 8 hours. We lost our money in 15 minutes. So I sat there for 7 hours and 45 minutes waiting for my bus to take us back, and I watched people play blackjack. And I said, boy, they need an easier game for beginners.
Right.
And that's when I came up with the idea for this game. And then it lay dormant in my head for about 20 years.
Wow.
Until I gave it a shot a couple of years ago and got the patent, and now I'm in casinos.
Very cool, man. That's awesome. That's a success story right there.
Yeah, unexpected.
Yeah. I like that. So your day job still, is law.
Yeah.
So you're helping people with law, all types of different law. You do the consumer, the compensation, workers' comp.
Yes.
Personal injury law, and then is there another one?
Yeah, I do Social Security disability.
That's right.
Personal injury, and then I do consumer debt, like if you're getting billed by someone that shouldn't.
Consumer debt.
I have my very high stress lawyer job, and then as just to get a relief, I took this long odds, long shot chance at getting my casino in getting my game in a bunch of casinos.
Yeah,
so,
that's cool, man.
One stressful job to another.
Yeah. Well, that's awesome. I hope it hits for you, man. That'd be really cool.
Yeah.
And so there's a lot of ways you can help consumers here with the show, and the Social Security award letters. I think the Social Security income. I think there's a lot of confusion in some cases. What kind of cases are you looking for there?
Well, a lot of people don't realize when you. If you're, say, a stay-at-home mom, right?
Yep.
And you never contributed into the system, and you become disabled, you could get what's called SSI. That's for people who are disabled, and they haven't pitched in, they haven't paid their disability taxes. They could still get it. It's a flat rate each month. If you pitched in enough, they look at the last 15 years. If you pitched in enough and over those 15 years, then you get SSD, Social Security Disability. With SSD, you get Medicare for medical treatment 2 years and 5 months after you became disabled. And SSI, you get Medicaid automatically if you qualify. You still have to qualify for it with the resources.
So what's that 2-year deal? That's a waiting period?
Yeah, well, there's a 5-month waiting period. When you win a Social Security Disability, there's a 5-month waiting period on your money.
Wow.
Okay, and then for the Medicare, for the medical coverages kick in, it's 2 years and 5 months from the onset date. However, the system is so tough. Usually by the time people win, like at a hearing, it takes almost that long to get to it. So when they win, usually it's not that much longer when they're going to get their Medicare.
Wow.
Yeah.
Why is it so backed up? It's just...
Well, they said, I recently heard, what year was it? Gosh, I think they said the system's going to be out of money by, I believe they said 2031.
Wow.
Completely, unless we do something. And there's lots that can be done. I mean, it's a mess.
Yeah. Man, what a challenge it is. We're talking with attorney Jason Kobal here. Kobal Law, local attorney, support the local economy here, and a longtime friend of the program. So yeah, there are solutions. And I was talking to somebody the other day about all this lottery money. It seems like there's every time you turn around, the lottery's up to 300 million, 355. That money was supposed to be earmarked towards education, and from what I hear, not a whole lot of it's going to education.
Oh wow.
Yeah.
I don't know. I'm not
what
into
about
the
tapping
lottery.
into the lottery? What about there seems like there should
there's
be
lots
ways.
of different ways. Lots of different ways. I mean, they're talking about there's the retirement age. They keep pushing that higher and higher, making people work longer and longer. They won't come out and say it, but they're making it tougher on people. I mean, I have people that a couple of years when I first started doing this way back when, it was a lot easier to get somebody approved. Now they're having people that I know deserve it, and they're just see if they can jump through all the hoops because it takes a long time to get there, and I know they deserve it, but until you get to a hearing, there's not much you could do.
Yeah, unfortunately, when people are down like that, it's kind of like kicking people when they're down.
They want to give up.
They're ready to. Yeah, they might give up easier.
That's it. So don't give up. If you're trying to get Social Security, give me a buzz.
Yeah. Yep. Social Security. Okay. And then we talked about consumer debt. Consumer debt. Those phones are ringing. People are harassing people.
Yeah. I stumbled into that one just because all my injured worker clients were getting billed, and that's never supposed to happen by law. So if you had a workers' comp case out there, even if you didn't have an attorney, what have you, if you're at a valid workers' comp case and you received any hospital bill or medical bill of any kind, give me a call because that's a violation of your rights. And they do that for a reason. I don't want to get into the weeds, but yeah.
Wow. Yeah, because some people will accidentally pay it.
That, and if you follow the law and you actually bill the carrier the right way, you have to file a copy with the state, and then they see what you're billing for and whatnot. So there's a lot of different reasons they do it.
Wow. Yeah. So reach out to attorney Jason Kobal, personal injury law, consumer debt law, Social Security disability type situations as well here, and he can help you. 813-670-7372. You can call or text our line at any time, 813-670-7372. Don't forget our number. Bookmark our website, consumerqb.com. A plethora of information available for you on our website, consumerqb.com. All right, more from our expert contributors after this short timeout. Also, our feel-good story of the day. Teachers donate 100 sick days to coworker whose daughter is fighting cancer. Stay with us right here on the Consumer Quarterback Show, consumerqb.com.
This is Work Done, and you're listening to the Real Estate Quarterback Show hosted by my man, Brandon Rhymes.
To get in touch with Brandon, call 813-670-7372. Online at consumerqb.com.
This is the Cannabis Podcast, powered by TrueLeaf on Radio Influence. It's an inside look and the scientific facts in and around the world of medical cannabis. Now, here is your host, Ian Beckles.
He's a successful entrepreneur, published author, top listing agent, a real estate and finance expert that goes to bat for you every day as a consumer advocate. Your host and the consumer quarterback, Brandon Rhymes. You're listening to the consumer quarterback, Brandon Rhymes, cutting through your typical media nonsense and offering you a rational and unbiased perspective on current events and life in Tampa Bay. Online at consumerqb.com.
All right, welcome back. Thanks for sticking with us. Brandon Rhymes here, your host of the Consumer Quarterback Show, powered by the Platinum MVP team at Keller Williams Realty. We want to help you win in any marketplace. That is our goal. It's all about making you just a bit more street smart as a consumer out there, and helping you understand a lot of the the things out there in the media that are maybe not straightforward. We're going to help you understand that. 5 o'clock drive time right here on 1380 The Biz. Weekend show on FM 102.5 The Bone as well, Sunday mornings. And we have Apple TV, Amazon TV, Roku, Sony TV, 85 plus outlets. All you have to do is search up on your smart device Binge Networks. We're on Binge Networks here. All right, back in studio, we got attorney Jason Kobal in the house, Kobal Law, Connor Keller, Insect IQ as well. And this segment is brought to you by Replenish IV Solutions. Restore, reinvigorate, and revive by utilizing their vitamin infusion drips. And I love it. Once a month I'll get mine. But you go over to Steve and Lisa Gunnan right there on Gandy Boulevard in the Dalton Dental Building, right on Gandy Boulevard. They also have a Carrollwood office at Bears and Del Mabry. But vitamins, minerals, electrolytes, amino acids directly injected right into your bloodstream. And what else you have in this world if you don't have your health? Reach out to Replenish IV Solutions, the science of nutritional balance. Can also help you weekend warriors out there, the guys and gals that go out and drink a little too much on the weekends. Go hit them on a Monday morning. That'd be
Feel a little better.
Good time. Yeah. Get juiced up a little bit. Get an old change there. So the Platinum MVP team, Keller Williams Realty, hot listing here, 1701 Mariner Way in Tarpon Springs. Half an acre lot, corner lot, gated community, and completely renovated property here at 1701 Mariner Way in Tarpon Springs. Beautiful, beautiful real estate property. We've got another property here in Tampa Bay at 12610 Port Marnock Drive. This is in Odessa. I like this property. It's just a great opportunity. $530,000 listing of mine. Professional photography coming soon from Fabre Frameworks. 5-bedroom, 3-bath. Gorgeous property. Great flooring throughout. And a front view is a water view, of course. And then also in the back, you've got the golf course view as well. No backyard neighbor, no front yard neighbor. Great opportunity here in beautiful Tampa Bay. Hot real estate listings at PlatinumMVPTeam.com. PlatinumMVPTeam.com. Every day we're going to tell you something positive in our Feel Good segment.
Tell me something good.
Okay, so teachers donate 100 sick days to a coworker whose daughter is fighting cancer. When teachers at Mae Jemison High School in Huntsville, Alabama, discovered one of their colleagues had no more sick days to tend to his infant daughter who was diagnosed with cancer, they donated their sick days to him. David Green is a history teacher and a father to a 16-month-old girl who was diagnosed with acute lymphomic leukemia 6 months ago. His daughter is getting treatment 100 miles from home, and she needs him to be there when he can. Teachers at the school band together to donate more than 100 of 6 days to the families. We were blown away with the response that we received for the 6 days. With the 6 days, we were hoping to get a couple of days so we can go here once a week. Megan Green, Kinsley's mother, told CNN. It is a huge blessing that we can't wait until we are in a position to give back and help others. Teachers and faculty at nearby schools even got involved despite going through their own struggles. So William D. Yampert, an assistant principal at Lakewood Elementary, works in the same school district with Green, saw the story on Facebook and donated 2 days. They are only 2 days that she can afford, but she was diagnosed with breast cancer in February. So I could not imagine having a child being so far away from the development. So thought I would just do the right thing. My mom has always said, you don't have to be rich to bless someone.
Right.
All right, feel good story of the day. Feeling good about that. People banding together, donating those extra time. All right, let's jump into our lightning round here.
The lightning round.
I am so good at lightning round.
All right, the lightning round.
Majored in lightning
Top tips, nuggets of advice, parting words of wisdom. Attorney Jason Kobal.
I'm going to give quick advice here that anybody could do. Get your credit report, and if you see something on your credit report that you don't think should be there or you're not sure what it is, and I'm talking about in collections, there's the 3 credit bureaus, TransUnion, Experian, Equifax, right? Write them a request, and if you need a copy of a letter, you contact my law office. I'll give it to you for nothing, that you want to verify this debt. Mm-hmm. And they have 30 days. They have to do an investigation. They very rarely do. Make sure that you do it certified, so you have proof of when they got it. If they don't do it in 30 days, they have to take it off, no matter what, even if it's valid.
Nice.
So now you can't just do it for bogus reasons. It has to be legitimate, like you don't know what it is or there's an error or what have you. But if they don't answer within 30 days and show you proof of that investigation, it comes off, and then your score goes up.
I like that. Good tip. Good tip. Connor Keller, Insect IQ.
It's springtime. People are out cleaning up their yards, cutting the grass, cutting the trees back. If you see things flying around, take a couple steps back and think about what you're doing. You know, maybe that can of wasp freeze in the garage isn't going to work so well. Seek professional help. If you mention the Consumer Quarterback Show when you call, I'll take $50 off of any new service. Just mention the Consumer Quarterback Show, and at Insect IQ would be happy to help you out.
Yeah, thanks for doing that for our listeners out there. We really appreciate that. Yeah, the consumer advocate tips. You know, there's so many tips when you think about, you know, our society and how busy everyone is. There's a lot of tips that you do. We hear a lot of them. The same resonance with contractors. You know, contractors, verify those contractors, verify they have their insurance, make sure that they are licensed and insured, and in some cases, you know, bonded if it's a huge project. You know, that's more of a commercial play to get bonded. But yeah, there's a lot of reasons why you want to look at, you know, being proactive around that space.
Check reviews too online. I mean, it's so simple right now. And,
good point.
You know, see how they treated the last customer to see how they're going to treat you.
Yeah, absolutely. So, kind of open it up to, you know, discussion here. You know, word on success. I love to talk about success, and you know, so I want to ask you guys both the questions. You know, what's made you successful with your business? You know, Jason, your law practice, your casino business is you know, starting to flourish. It looks like. What are one of the keys that you might say to someone out there? You know, a lot of listeners, you know, started their own business. A lot of employees had a business. Listening to this is a Wall Street Business Network. Give us a word on success, man.
Yeah, you know, I think in both businesses, you have to be able to endure the downtime, and stuff's going to happen that's unexpected, and you're going to get knocked down, but it's all about pushing through, and if you do that and you stay disciplined, you'll succeed at anything.
Yeah, great
I believe
point.
that.
Absolutely, great point. Connor Keller, same question to you.
Pretty simple: hard work and discipline, and maybe a little bit of dumb luck. You know, but the harder you work, the more money you're going to make.
Yeah.
But really, to me in life, it's always been about treating people like I wanted to be, like I want to be treated. What is that called? The golden rule.
That's right.
Learn that in you know, Bible study, whatever, or Sunday school growing up, and it's true in life. You know.
Yes.
Whether I'm in a sales position or doing a reservice or a $10,000 job, you know, I do that like I'd want it done on my house, or I would do it at my house. Leave things like you found it, and then follow up with your customers and make sure they're satisfied.
Sure, absolutely. I got a list of the 7 habits here in front of me. Stephen Covey's famous 7 habits of highly effective people. Number 1, be proactive. You know, being proactive means taking responsibility for our attitudes and actions, as well as taking the initiative to make things happen. You know, so you got to take that action. You know,
that's right. Don't be afraid of hearing no. Yeah.
That's right. The next no is going to lead you to another yes, right?
That's it.
The next yes. Habit 2, begin with the end in mind. You know, that's about clear vision, having that clear vision before you go into it. Yeah. Goal setting, that's right. Number 3, put first things first. It's all about personal management, which involves organizing and managing time, events, and self. Organize and execute around priorities.
A, B, and C.
That's right.
Only do one at a time.
Don't go to C until B's done.
Right.
Right.
Yep.
Habit number 4, think win-win. Win-win is an attitude of seeking mutual benefit. That one's a big one.
That's cool.
You know, so if you can be a win-win for people, you know, kind of the show's an example for that. You know, it's a win-win for our expert contributors, you know, different folks, the way that the show operates. Yep. Habit number 5, seek first to understand and then be understood. Understanding builds the skills of empathetic listening that inspire openness and trust.
That's awesome.
That's a big one right there. You know, the more empathetic you can be, that's the negotiations that I'm going to be teaching. It's a lot. It really hinges on being empathetic when you're negotiating.
Talking is easier than listening.
Yeah, listening.
Yes.
It's pretty simple stuff. You know, you qualify the customer's needs and match your services or offerings to their needs, and it's a no-brainer.
That's right. And habit number 6, synergize. Synergy results from teamwork and cooperation, from valuing differences by bringing different perspectives together in the spirit of mutual respect. So being mutually respectful, synergistic relationships is such a key when you look at, you know, that. And as well as, you know, going back to the habit 5 real quick is, you know, so many people listen with the intent to reply. You know, they're thinking, oh, what am I going to say to this? What am I going to say to that? And instead of just plain Stop thinking in your mind. Just listen to what that person's saying. So many people do that. And in the book, he had an interesting, he said, there's actually 4 conversations going on a lot of times.
No, you're right.
There's the voice inside telling you what to say next. There's a voice in your, so you think about it, in the listening side is really key. And then habit number 7 is probably one of the best of all, is sharpening the saw. Renewing your physical, your spiritual, your mental, your emotional attributes makes possible personal fulfillment and growth. So you always got to be sharpening that saw, getting better, making sure today you're better than you were yesterday, and tomorrow you're going to be even better than you were today.
Beautiful.
And that's what you do. That's how you're going to grow to success. So thanks for Stephen Covey putting those together for us.
Those are great.
Yeah, good stuff. 7 habits. And I want to thank attorney Jason Kobal, Kobal Law, for coming in. Thanks so much. Connor Keller, Insight IQ as well. Thanks for the nuggets of advice for our listeners out there. Those consumer advocate tips are always great for our listeners and our viewers of our TV show, of course, on Apple TV, Amazon, Roku, 85-plus outlets now. We want to thank our listeners, our viewers, our executive producers, our team behind the scenes. And we want you to please go out there and consider committing a random act of kindness. Pack up some food or clothing, carry it with you to and from your commute, hand it to that person that you see in need. Maybe you want to donate some blood sometime, a couple times a year, donate some blood. Get involved with a food bank or volunteer organization. Lots of ways that you can do. Connor mentioned earlier about conservation. You can simply organize a group, go out and clean up a beach, clean up the woods somewhere. Just do something kind for Mother Earth or someone else. Follow us online at Brandon Rhymes 1 on Instagram and Twitter, Consumer Quarterback Show pages on Facebook as well. We'd love for you to follow us, and we would love to connect with you. We'll see you next time right here on the Consumer Quarterback Show, consumerqb.com.
You've been listening to The Consumer Quarterback, Brandon Rhymes. Whether it's real estate, consumer, or financial advice, let Brandon call your next play. Contact Brandon Rhymes at 813-670-7372. That's 813-670-7372. Online at consumerqb.com. And join us next time for the Consumer Quarterback Show, weekday afternoons at 5 on AM 1380.
Are you a real estate agent looking to take your business to the next level and supercharge your marketing? Hi, I'm Brandon Rhymes, owner of Platinum MVP Realty and host of the Real Estate Quarterback Show, syndicated radio and TV show talk program on iHeartRadio, 102.5 The Bone, daily 5 o'clock drive time on 1380 The Biz, and our TV show is on WeBeam TV. We're looking for real estate agents that want to join our team and supercharge their marketing utilizing some of our innovative strategies. We utilize the Real Geeks platform, Facebook marketing, internet marketing, and a lot of the traditional methods as well. Postcard mailers mailed for you, postage, signage, business cards, all paid for by the company. Aggressive real estate splits and ways to help you win in any marketplace. We need you to go out, take applications, and work our plethora of leads that we're generating on a daily basis. Reach out by clicking the form below, and we'd love to have a confidential interview with you.